Hello, everyone. My name is Paul Beyer, and I want to build two chatbots using my own data using these no-code software tools. I'll do that to show you how easy this is. You can build your own chatbot for less than 20 or 50 or 100 bucks, depending on how much data you have and how much usage you have, and not be a technical person or a software engineer or machine learning engineer. And it uses a technique called Retrieval-Augmented Generation, or RAG, but that's not even important. What's important is just that you think about the data you want. Now, we're all familiar with the standard ChatGPT, where we ask a question in the browser, keep it simple, and they get a response based on the guessing the next word, based on those trillion pieces of information on the training data. That's what the base training data here is. What these tools allow you to do is to allow you to upload your own data or import your own data and have a second data store. So when the user asks a question, it leverages some of your data and the power of interpretation and formatting and other things of the large language models, and then return a response. And you'll see that in these two demos we're going to show. So the first product I show is called Chatbase, and now we're going to build a new chatbot. And you literally just drop and drag. So we're going to upload. I'm going to upload. Here's a blog post I have about being on top quartile of GenAI usage. Here's a buyer's guide, and here's a HBR article we wrote. So that you can see those three documents. Again, you can have many. You can also point to different websites that they use to have a sitemap. And then we're going to go ahead and create the chatbot. And what that's doing is it's formatting my data in very special ways and putting in something called a vector database. And now it's ready to go. Your chatbot is trained and ready. So let's start asking it some questions. So I'm going to ask the same question. So what are pros and cons of open source large language models? And it's looking at information. It's interpreting what I want. It's using information that I uploaded and coming back with pros and cons. We can ask other information that's specific, like, what is wins that I read about in Harvard Business Review. And WINS stands for word, images, numbers, and sounds. That's what the tool, and we have what's mentioned in Harvard Business Review, also mentioned in the buyer's guide. We can ask it other questions. Who are the top large language companies? And then from our analysis that we did last Q4, here are the 10, and these are accurate for my buyer's guide. We can ask a few other things, what are top activities to be, what activities to be on top of my industry using GenAI. And it's going through the different data sources we had up and coming back with some of the key activities based on information here. Now, remember, it's only focusing on our data here. So if you ask it other questions like how did the universe start? It's not going to ask it, what is the weather in Boston? It's not going to know either. So that's one tool, and that's called Chatbase. Another tool is, and there's a lot of tools out there. Another tool is called Custom GPT. And let me log in here and show you a few other features. So here I've already loaded up those three documents. So if I click on my documents, can I click on my documents? Oh, here, because I'm not clicking view. There's a buyer's guide. There's a top activities, and there's an HBR article. And if I go back to ask me anything or whatever you want to call your chatbot, you can do the same thing. What are pros and cons of large language models? Pros and cons of open source. It's looking at the data that I uploaded. So looking at my data, not all the data in the open internet. It's coming back and summarizing. Uh, what's nice about this product is it'll show you at the end, you can say, where did this answer come from? And it's showing you which document it got out of. You can still use other tools, other capabilities of the foundational model that we like, show in a table. Taking that same information, put it in the table. This table doesn't exist in that information that I uploaded. And I will just do some other questions just to get a sense of who are the top large language model vendors. And I haven't optimized this for speed or anything else. It's coming back. It's not hallucinating or causing very errors, and you can click where that is. And like the other one, if you ask it questions outside the data that I uploaded or trained it on, it won't give you an answer. You know, how did the universe start? No, it's even talking Spanish. Speak English. Okay. How did the universe start? Well, anyway, you get the sense. It's, I don't want you to take a while. It's a Sunday night here. And then last thing, so we've seen two different products we can upload. The last thing I want to show you is ChatGPT. I'll just go through it quickly. I mean, won't go through it, but that's what these Explore GPTs are. So when you see people creating GPTs, it's a similar thing where they're uploading some of their own content and using the capabilities from that. So that's what I want to show you. It's this powerful tool, and companies are using for a huge variety of things, for customer support, for HR, customer onboarding here, for technical documentation here, for better frequently asked questions here. And we encourage all companies to start with a zero risk large language model project for less than $500 using tools like this. Use just publicly available information and maybe only have it available to your employees to have no risk. Start putting your fingers in the clay here and start learning. Again, I'm Paul Beyer from GAI Insights, and this is one of the many helpful pieces of content we're providing to our customers and audience.